Elite Facts presents
Amazing Facts and Misconceptions about the Great Pyramids of Egypt.
5.
Tunnel systems. Now, even to this day, we're still searching around as well as inside of the Giza pyramids. Despite scoring them countlessly for hundreds of years, we're still making more and more new discoveries. This is all thanks to the complex and intricate tunnel systems these pyramids have. The tunnel systems found below them truly allude to an advanced civilization. The passageways are always revealing new truths and hidden chambers, unknown to man for thousands of years. Archaeologist Brian Forster recently made a rather fascinating discovery, as it only helps strengthen the whole theory of ancient advanced technologies that once existed. While going deeper and deeper into the mazes beneath the pyramids, Forster made the incredible discovery of 20 boxes cut with precision from Aswan granite. Each box weighs in at 100 tons apiece. Doesn't sound like too big of a deal, but upon further research, experts believe these huge boxes were burial places for prized bulls. The only issue with this belief is that no bulls have ever been found. The function of the boxes remains a mystery. Some think they were perhaps used to store an ancient form of energy. That might make more sense than bull burials.
4.
Heat signature points. Now here's something that's worth making note of because this was only discovered a few years ago. So back in 2015, a thermal scan of the pyramids revealed that the Great Pyramid has 3 areas along the bottom that generate some form of heat. Now, people can argue that it's more to do with the country's weather and temperature, but then why isn't the entire pyramid shown to generate heat? Why only 3 points? Well, as you can imagine, this opened up the floor to everyone to start coming up with intriguing theories as to why this is. The pyramids are already shrouded with history and mystery as it is, and this has only fueled the fire for more speculation. One of these theories relates to the passages within the pyramid itself, as many believe that there are small passageways beneath these heat points, which could lead to hidden chambers. In all honesty, this is probably the most likely theory. But like with most mysteries, there's going to be strange ones, like how others believe that the heat is being generated by leftover ancient technology that has long been forgotten. Unfortunately, these theories are only just that, theories. No concrete evidence and no investigations have gone into researching this strange phenomena. While not much has been found, it is almost guaranteed that there's going to be plenty more investigations on this discovery in the coming years, as more heat spots have also been found along the upper half of the Great Pyramid, but are far less noticeable compared to the 3 towards the base of the pyramid. Who knows? Maybe aliens actually had something to do with the pyramids, and the heat is something being emitted from ancient alien technology. Anything is possible, right? Well, let's just hope they don't start excavating. It'd be a shame for something that has lasted this long to be tampered with thanks to human interference.
3.
Misconception: pharaohs didn't have servants buried with them. Again, this is another you've got to blame films and TV shows for. Now, for whatever reason, while some ruled with an iron fist, a lot of pharaohs have been portrayed as megalomaniacs in films, TV, and even historical textbooks, as it's commonly shown that they'd have their closest servants join them in their graves so that they can serve no one else and serve them in the afterlife, while also being well served themselves. I mean, back then, Egyptian pharaohs were seen as living gods. That means when they'd eventually pass, they'd also take their place amongst the more pantheon of celestial gods, which explains why in ancient Egypt they had well over 2,000 gods and deities. As such, they would need a huge fleet of servants to follow them into the afterlife so that they can see to their many needs and to give them high status amongst the other gods. AKA, they just want to show off how many followers they have. Kind of like Twitter and Instagram, but with death. Now, while it is true that several mass graves have been discovered that give weight to this theory of servant sacrifice, it's believed that this is actually more like an exclusive graveyard for those who previously served pharaohs. Whatever the reasons, these mass graves date to the period of the First Dynasty only, and even then relate to a few pharaohs only. By the time of the Second Dynasty, the tradition of servant sacrifice seems to have fallen out of favor, and instead of being buried with dead servants, Pharaohs were accompanied to the afterlife by hundreds of little figurines.
2,
North Pole alignment. One of the most intriguing facts about the Great Pyramids is its alignment with the North Pole. This intriguing factoid has been the subject of many theories over the years. Despite all the theories to come out of this, there's one thing that everyone can agree on, and it's the fact that they cannot conclusively say how the ancient Egyptians were able to construct the Great Pyramid with such accuracy to the cardinal directions. The north-south axis is aligned to within 0.15 degrees of true north-south. Here's the thing though, it's completely different to how it is now. What we mean by this is that the ancient Egyptians didn't have the North Star like we do today as a guide to true north. Because of this, it's widely theorized that they used complex algorithms to help them construct the pyramids with much accuracy. These algorithms would have only worked close to the seasonal solstice times, when the sun's alignment is more easily viewed. Further complicating the process, we must take into consideration atmospheric conditions, obstruction of viewpoint, etc. Now again, these are only theories that have been thrown around for years. Historically, no physical evidence or records in existence, as far as we're aware at least, shows the process the Egyptians used when constructing these wonders of the world. The reason this is such a hot topic is how uncanny their accuracy was. To put it into perspective for you, the Great Pyramid, constructed thousands of years ago, is way more accurate in alignment when compared to most of the world's modern structures. It is quite fascinating.
1,
Misconception: the pyramids weren't built by slaves. This is one of the most popular misconceptions when it comes to the pyramids. Mainstream media hasn't exactly been telling the truth. If you look at any popular film or TV show that's set around the time when the pyramids were being built, you'd know that the pyramids were built by unpaid workers who were forced to work under horrible, intense conditions, aka slaves. This, however, couldn't be any further from the truth. What's even more mind-boggling is that in some schools, they made it common fact that the pyramids were in fact built entirely by slaves. Now, yes, it would make sense that it was slaves who built the pyramids. I mean, who in their right mind would sign up for a job where you're hoisting up tons and tons of stone in the sweltering heat? That's a recipe for disaster, really. So why would a person take up a job or even volunteer for something like this? This attitude fails to understand the purpose of the pyramids. They were not just tombs for the pharaohs, but they were also monuments of worship, no different in many ways to the great cathedrals built all across Europe during the Middle Ages. Think about it. Why would we claim that slaves built a monument for worship in the form of pyramids in ancient Egypt, yet don't say the same thing when it came to beautiful structures such as Notre Dame, Salisbury, and Durham? Yes, you could bring up the argument that by the time the Middle Ages came about, people had more sense as well as a bit more freedom when compared to ancient Egypt, but it's essentially the same concept when you put the two of them together. Now, while this all seems like speculation, there is actual evidence of the pyramids being built by paid workers. Further evidence has been discovered by archaeologists who have located evidence of permanent settlements near the pyramids, designed to house the working crews. These townships showed evidence not just of bakeries to ensure that the workers got bread and water to eat, but animal bones in great quantities. In fact, these findings even showed that the men who built the pyramids were given prime beef on a regular basis as a reward for their efforts. Needless to say, these sorts of resources would never have been wasted on slaves, as it was believed that slaves back then would have been worked until they were 6 feet under. But who knows? Maybe slaves did play some role in the construction of these great structures. All we know is that the evidence provided says otherwise. And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about? Well, let us know in the comments section below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.